What up, family? That's your favorite Puerto Rican Brooklyn Philly here with another message for you. And I just wanted to jump on here. I'm going to be honest and a little bit transparent. I was wanting to do a message for myself, a person who kind of read for me this morning. And it was also, I'm not sure why I need to share this, but it was like uh, kind of like a continuation, a follow up question from something that had revealed itself to me last night. And as I pulled a couple of cards from the deck to kind of just see where that energy was going last night and if, what it wanted to kind of like reveal itself today, um, then I was told to turn on the camera, that this is bigger than me and that this message needed to be for the collective or those who are tuning into this channel. So I'm being obedient. I don't know where this is going. I'm going to be honest how this is going to turn out, but sure. So the first card that came out was revenge. I'm looking to damage you in retaliation for perceived wrongs. Now, what was key when I pulled that card, stood out for me was the word perceived, right? Perception is everything. It's interesting. I did a video yesterday. That's the title of it. If you want to go check it out, it may be related somehow to this. But it is the way we perceive people, situations, that can really drastically change things, I'm hearing, or impact things, right? So I'm being told, I don't bit my tongue, my lip rather, but I'm being told to use the example of like a car accident. You know, you've ever seen a car accident scene and maybe then interviewer comes and interview five people, let's just say, or let's just keep it simple, two people that witnessed that accident. Depending on the individual, their experiences, I'm hearing their perspective on life. Uh, they'll have possibly a different perspective or interpretation of the accident, of the scene. I don't know. All of a sudden I feel sluggish. I feel a little confused. Like I'm hearing the word lethargic, but like my brain, I don't know how that will work. Like it slowed down. Like it just felt like it didn't want to register. I'm hearing it's almost like a slow down, like, which is interesting. Nose is itching. The ancestors are in the house. Yesterday, in the beginning of the message, I don't know why they keep making me want to refer to yesterday, but yesterday it felt like it was speed up, a hurry up, right? Energy, and just now it just turned into like if like you ever see like slow motion, like if things just got slow motion, very sloth like, interestingly enough. But perceived wrongs, whoever wants to seek revenge on you, or maybe you want to seek revenge on somebody, it's not, what I'm hearing is not based on actual necessarily facts, but it's factual to whoever is perceiving the wrongs in that way, right? Or perceiving the situation as a wrong, or as if they were wronged. Then the second card that came out was entertainment. I find your life amusing and your stories comical. So it's interesting because this individual, although they want to seek revenge and they feel that you've wronged them somehow, they're still attracted and compelled and feel like this magnetic pull towards you. So it's almost, I'm hearing there's a thin line between love and hate. There's this type of love-hate relationship. Like, I almost heard I fucks with you, but I don't. It's like, it's like a friend of me vibe I'm hearing now. It's like, I dislike you, but I can't verbalize it or vocalize it aloud, because if I was to be then questioned as to why I don't like you, I really don't have real valid reasons, interestingly enough. It's just perceived wrong somehow. And then the last one is yelling. Interesting. I'm mad at you. I'm unhappy and I want you to feel as bad as I do. So we're getting to the root of the issue now, right? That That's why the person is perceiving it as wrongs. That's why you're being projected on or looked at this way by whether this one individual or this group of people. The root issue of it all, and the root of it all is a song that wanted to come to mind just now. Interesting. But the root of it is that they're basically unhappy. They're basically not feeling great about their life, their situation, and they're projecting that kind of BS on you, right? And it's easier, I'm hearing, to blame somebody else for their life as opposed to taking accountability for their life, right? Because if I'm unhappy, my happiness is based on me. It's my responsibility. It should not be contingent on any outside source, whether it be a person, place, or thing. My happiness is my responsibility. And whether you're doing well or not, whether, should not infringe or impact or have any real bearing on my happiness, right? And then at the bottom of the deck energy, it was desperate. I'm in a bind and don't have anyone else to reach out to. So, and then gaslighting was under that. Interesting. Right? Interesting. I'm here and read it. I will deliberately manipulate your perception again of reality until you are doubting your own experiences. So yeah, this person I'm hearing, if this is a person you're no longer dealing with, or if these are individuals, a job, a relationship, a family member that you have cut out, be mindful of letting them back in, because all they're going to do is gaslight you. And or this is how you know who this individual is. They're gaslighting you. They're deliberately manipulating your perception. Again, I don't find it a coinky-dink that we use perceived wrongs here and perception. Right now I'm hearing a spirit of manipulation, right? I don't know why I saw like magic, like some type of like magician. Yeah, my hand wants to do all of this, all of a something. And yeah, this person is desperate, right? They're so desperate that they're willing to not only they're manipulated themselves, interestingly enough, to have these perception of wrongs, but they're willing to do it to you. They want you to also be. Yeah. So that's interesting. And I'm hearing it's dangerous when a person gets desperate, right? People do some crazy-ish out of desperation, right? Now I'm hearing thirsty. When you're thirsty, you do some things. I know when I was thirsty, or when I've been in situations where I felt, thirsty, desperate, I placed myself in certain predicaments that I know, did not turn out too good for me, or I didn't feel good about them, and I definitely didn't look good. Thirstiness never looks good. So I was shuffling to just see what comes out, and they're flying out, but since I haven't asked, I'll just show the energies that tried to come out. 5 of Cups and a King of Swords. So they're saying keep it. So there's maybe some type of King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that's in this 5 of Cups energy. Some type of form of regret, not seeing the other cups that may be available to them. Just looking at what was spilled, what went down the hole, what ended, right? And maybe it is somebody in your life who is carrying that type of energy, who is upset, maybe over a breakup, a loss. And, usually when we're in a relationship dynamic where two people or more disagree and it causes some type of division, right? Like 5 of Cups, letting go, walking away. Clearly understanding that, typically in most of the decks, 3 cups have been emptied out, right? And it's almost like now I'm hearing you tried with this person 3 different times, 3 different attempts were made, and all 3 turned out to be unsuccessful, to where now, see, this time she's pouring out the 4th one and not even seeing that there's an opportunity there. That's something too, right? Because typically in the Rider-Waite Smith, we have 5 cups. 3 are poured out and 2 are readily made available. But this one, I'm just hearing it's like victimhood. Oh, woe is me. To the point where instead of seeing these 2 as other viable opportunities, one is not even being looked at, and the one that was looked at, she's kind of like, not kind of, she's feeling it herself. You know, I don't know. I just heard boat go down the hole. That's that little Looney Tunes, little Daffy Duck when he's a baby and he keeps putting everything in the toilet and flushing it because he's fascinated by the way the flush it kind of, that it disappears down the hole of the toilet bowl. So it's almost like now she's intentionally flushing this, and this energy could be this King of Swords, right? And the King of Swords, when it's not in its best character, I'm hearing, can be very blunt, very cold, right? Very logical. I just heard very argumentative, right? Because they have the gift of gab, they can do it. They're very sharp with words, I'm hearing. Yeah, but whoever you are, you're protected, right? And you have always been protected, right? Here are all these wands trying to poke and prod at you. And that's another reason. That's another reason why they're mad. It's like they're in this energy. And again, songs keep trying to pop up. And the point of it all, that's Kim or something, the point of it all. I love you. So yeah, this person really, again, I love your, what did it say here? I find your life amusing and your stories comical. So the point of it all is I love you. But because of me perceiving wrongs, of me maybe being in this victim mindset, maybe not holding accountability, so busy trying to be angry at you, trying to get revenge, feeling so effed up about my life, not holding accountability, that it's easier to then just deflect and blame you. And the whole entire time you're protected. Whoever you are, you're encased in this bubble of protection, and you're sitting lovely on this cushion, right? And I'm hearing that's another thing about it. Like, that makes this individual or this group or this job or this whatever even angrier. The fact that you seem unbothered, through it all, right? And even I'm hearing they feel perplexed. Like, how is it? Like, I'm throwing all this stuff. I've gaslit them, trying to make them see their reality as distorted, you know. And yet they're protected. And they see, this is like an invisible, like, force field I'm hearing, right? The force protect you. It's like they are knowing that there is some type of divine intervention over your life, something that is protecting you somehow from not but all of these wands that try to poke and prod at you and disturb your inner peace. And she's zen like unbothered. It will not, you will not, that sun is still arising. That's another thing. It's like, how is it that you have gone through all of these wands, right? These situations, and you still seem to be so zen-like, The wheel, right? It came out. It's interesting. That says tarot. So maybe you're a tarot reader. Maybe you dib and dab in tarot. Maybe one of the things that they notice is that you do the dice around her neck, right? They think you're lucky. They find your life somehow to be lucky. And I just heard Brandy sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. Right? Yeah. So they're clear that you're protected, and they feel that you're lucky somehow, that the odds are always not against you but for you, right? So this is perceived, these individuals are seeing you this way. Temperance, some type of balance needs to become, Right, because who really is always on top of the world and always unbothered? That's not realistic, right? If we're talking about perceptions too, right? This is these individuals' perception of you. Like I'm hearing, but if they knew what I knew, or if they walked a mile in my shoes, they would see that it's not that I do too go through this ebb and flow of life, right? Where I have these sunny days and these cloudy days, where I am have days where I am in this, you know, sunshine and butterflies and bees. But then there's those cold nights, dark nights where I'm wondering, is the sun even going to come up, right? That these individuals, noses itching confirmation, don't understand that. No, there is this, now I'm hearing like Solomon, the sun, the rain and the sun fall on the just and the unjust, right? That's life. That life be life and for everybody. And you're perceiving my life to be this way, right? These are your perceptions, whoever the you are, these people in your life. And the reason why you're perceiving that is because you're unhappy, right? You're in this victimhood mindset, right? You're in this cold, defensive, just logical thinking only with the left brain. I'm hearing. I don't know what that's about, right? But that's not reality, right? Again, it's all. I just heard it's not about reality. It's all about a salary. I think that's Boogie Down Productions, right? 3 cars flipped out. So we have the Empress, nice and pregnant, interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. So now we have a couple out here. And then we have, I'm hearing INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? I'm hearing Miss Independent by Usher, right? So again, someone sees someone in this energy that they're being very creative and flowing, right? Very fertile. Everything like the Midas touch, everything they touch turns to gold, right? Sorry, I just saw the booby. I don't know if YouTube is going to flag that, but right? Very, again, and look, she looks unbothered again, right? Very creative. This beautiful, fertile. I mean, the Empress has it all, right? The Empress is this embodiment of all the 4 queens, right? Empress status, right? Yeah, I'm hearing wife, like everything, right? Queen of Swords. She's very different. I'm hearing from the King of Swords energy. The sword is in her hand, but as you see, it's flipped backwards. She's not ready to slice everything and anything. She's letting it be known, like, approach me the wrong way and F around and find out. But she's not defensive to the point where she has to have it out and pointing at everybody, right? I don't know. I just heard let the freak flag fly. I don't know what that's about. But she has flags, right? I don't know. These different colors of the flags meaning like she's open-minded, right? She's receptive to different, nations, different, she embraces this type of unity, right? Yeah. Her heart is protected, but it's still on display. She still wears it on display. It's not hidden away. It's not cold. It's not her finger is not pointing anywhere. She's contemplative. She still thinks, but she still has, like, I'm hearing like heart and thought, right? It's a balance, right? Back to that Temperance card, right? So there's this distinction, and she's independent. Right? She's fruitful enough where she's able to make her own money, and she's wise about her investments and how she's obtaining these pentacles, what she's pouring into, right? Because pentacles ain't always just money, but it's basic, right? Like what she's pouring into grows for her, right? Produces seed, right? Now I'm hearing seed time and harvest. Now I'm hearing the story of not the prodigal son. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but the story of the sower, right, where the king or the ruler gave each one a pentacle and told them, I want to see what you're going to do with them. two of them made something out of it. The other one, yeah, like this person, just stuffed it in the ground and said, for fear of doing anything with it, right? Took on this Five of Cups mentality. Like, woe is me, I can't do anything. Well, I'd rather just bury it in the ground, while the other ones invested and took a chance. I just said, give him a chance, honey, from coming to America. Take a chance, right? Took a chance and multiplied it and saw that the denary, interesting, grew. Um, so yeah, you're being viewed as an individual who is definitely, just want to make sure I cover her boobie, in this Empress status, fertile, making things grow, creating things. And I just heard worldwide, a worldwide ting. This is a worldwide ting. Rich is getting rich, and worldwide ting. This is a worldwide. With the rich, with the rich. If I was a rich girl, na 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 na. Well, I have all the money in the world. If I was a wealthy girl. So again, perception. You're being perceived as that, and you might be like, "Yeah, man, I'm broke as Joe." Well, let's not speak that into our lives, but you're like being honest. You would say, "No, I just struggle like anybody else. I'm trying to save. I'm trying to, I work hard every day for the, I work hard for my money." Like anybody else, I have to strategize and think things through. I have to protect my heart and know when to pull out the sword. Like I go through life be lifing for me too. And yeah, I have to decide, when do I pluck that pinnacle? When do I leave it up there? When is it ready, right? Like anybody else. But then again, to outsiders looking in, they see it as just that. She's on me. The glamorous life she don't live. A man's not feeling the glamorous life feeling. I forget the life, the glamorous life, right? So to people, you're living or you're leading this glamorous life, and you don't even need a man, right? Because again, when I remember, I heard INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means, right? That you're independent. And in all three of these cards, it was the Empress, the Queen of Swords, and this Nine of Pentacles. No man was around, nowhere to be found. I heard, right? So they're seeing you in this very independent. Don't you ever think you're irreplaceable? Right? I don't know. So maybe an ex or something sees, now, or they thought that they were irreplaceable, that you couldn't replace them, and now they're like feeling salty and angry and upset that you are able to move on and still become this independent woman and still be logical and yeah, methodical this way, but still keep it, sexy and to the point. I don't know why I heard sexy, but sexy, but to the point where you're not bitter and angry and locked up your heart to the point where it's not visible. Oh yeah, I took a real big gulp just now. And then this just flew out. Knight of Swords. So maybe somebody, remember we had that King of Swords that was very standstill and resolute. This one at least has motion. It's a knight though, right? So maybe somebody's gonna run in some type of communication. It's about to come in. Yeah, about some type of UNITY or some decision, right? Some type of collaboration, some type of unity, some type of joining. And maybe that's another thing that this situation, because we have what would seem here like an interracial couple here, right? Coupling. So maybe two people that come from very different or distinct backgrounds, coming together, collaborating, sharing emotions. And yeah, very much so, this union pours into both cups, right? Page of Wands. So some form of communication about some type of unification. that is that this person is very passionate and excited about, or that will make you very passionate and excited about. That them days on, I don't know what that is coming from. I don't know. I saw the wine. I just felt very fallow centric. Yeah, this person is very excited. Look, the lovers. Yeah, someone is coming towards you. Someone is coming to bring some type of passion, some type of news of love. Somebody wants some type of unification. My phone is ringing now. Right? And I don't know, when I see this card, this lover's card, I hear, I see you. Right? They're looking into each other's eyes, both. And that's Sag. I just heard. Ochosi. If you know, you know Ochosi. Right? Now I just hear North Node. Right? North Node energy. Interesting. And I'm seeing these swirls around. So it's divinely orchestrated, aligned, whatever's coming in. And now I'm hearing several came out that maybe this is now coming in after a period of this, right? Maybe dealing with something like this. Now you're finally going to experience the opposite, right? Understanding that you have always been protected. I'm hearing by your ancestors and guides, right? That the wheel will turn in your favor after such drastic or dramatic events. That it will balance out, right? If the pendulum swung all the way on this side where you saw dark nights and dark times and sorrow, now it's swinging to the upside. I'm going up the rough side of the mountain. I don't know, now it's time, it's your turn, right? You will be giving birth to new life, traveling the world, right? Possibly for somebody that's what came. That situation taught you some valuable lessons, right? That now you can reflect upon, and as you move forward and how you rule your queendom, you understand now, right? Some things to where you don't need to be defensive. You can still have a beautiful heart and show it, but protect it at the same time. You've learned through that temperance, you balance that out. What was the next one after that? Right. Oh wow, these definitely want to come out. It's taught you to be independent, right? Yeah. Right, to understand that you're able to find security and stability within yourself, right? And now, as a result, some type of message of unity and love, of passion, of someone who sees you and you see them is able to come in. And yeah, after a period of hermitude, I don't know why I want to say that, because it's bigger than you. It's about a legacy. And yeah, look at this. Desires, your heart's desire. Like, this is beautiful reading for whoever. I mean, I want this to be my reading. Oh, Lord. Right? Yeah. It's something about in those quiet times, right? When we saw the moon and in those dark times, you use that. Look at that. As stairway to heaven, and we're walking step by step, another step by step, right? You co-created with the divine in those moments of that, in that solitude. You elevated, and I'm hearing literally levitated. Learn how to levitate. and you use, yeah, didn't I say that earlier? Like you were able to use, you alchemize that pain into power. Oh no, I didn't say it aloud earlier. And that was my prayer prior to turning on the video. Thank you, y'all. Lord, thank you. Right? Um, you were able to alchemize that situation, those lessons that you learned from, right? There were three cups, right? So maybe three different relationships, three different generations, three different decades, right? To, yeah, now I'm here in the 10s, 20s, 30s, that by the time you got to 40, you knew when to like pour it, just tip me over and pour me out. I'm hearing that like I'm a little teapot, right? Short, stop when I get all steamed up, and I like you just had it, right? Yeah, my nose is itching. My ancestors are in the house. Yes, they're saying yes. You got it. That's it. You're speaking the truth. That's what it is. So maybe, you know, um, now you were able to let go and see that for what it is, and be able to move forward, right? And now, yeah, in these quiet times, I'm sorry, I got so excited and then I just lost my again, now I'm going back to, it felt like I started speeding up, and now it's like, no, slow down, back to sloth, like a sloth. I keep seeing a sloth. I'm smiling because I'm seeing like a cartoonish type sloth. That alarm is going off. Interesting. Lawnmower now in the background. A lot of noise. I don't know if you're picking up on it. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know whether to, like, I feel like to continue or not. I don't know. Maybe this is where I should end the reading because it's like definitely too noisy in the background, and it seems like it's getting closer this way. But bottom line, this was a phenomenal read if you think about it. It's basically again saying that in the time of solitude, that although it left you all alone, right? Maybe a breakup, having to leave a job. Where is that coming from? It's getting closer and closer. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Very interesting. Through all the noise, through all the drama. So it's leaf blowers. There's actually people from our city. It's been a project that has been ongoing, and they're doing this stuff literally right outside my window right now. I don't think anything is a coincidence. They're cleaning up. So yeah, maybe after a great time of interruption, of noise, of a lot of drama, there's a lot of smoke, and not smoke, dust, particles flying everywhere. Seemed like a whole hot mess for a minute, like a little mini tornado out there. So maybe it was in those times that it was that helped you elevate. Actually, is what helped you. Yeah, I'm hearing elevate. Interestingly enough, you use that what would have been turmoil or yeah, because you understood or you yeah, I'm hearing, or your ancestors, your guides, divinity understands that it's so much bigger, right? That it is about legacy. This has been a continual theme in my readings back to back. I've done, this is the third video in 3 days back to back, and it seems to be like continuum, like it's the same. I don't know, I just saw the tree of life, like I just heard the Kaaba, I don't know, that's for somebody. But and then I'm hearing it's faded, it's in the skies, it's meant to be, right? Again, you needed to go through these things, you needed to learn these lessons because it's about legacy. I'm reading for something, for someone, a collective that is, you know, I think yesterday's title or in the description it said that it's way bigger than you. This is so much bigger than you. This is literally so much bigger than you can even envision or imagine. It is definitely about some type of legacy. This is about future generations to come. This is going to impact your children's children's children, you know. And I don't know, it is going to come from this new union. Again, very much like in this lover's card, where these two people are passionately looking into each other's eyes. Here, you know, and I don't know, now I'm hearing the Brady Bunch, blended family. It is something about two divine counterparts coming together because it's faded and it is about destiny, legacy. It is about these little babies that is going to come from this union. And remember, we saw the Empress. So for some of you, an actual pregnancy that does produce this little girl, maybe, right? But this time it's going to be, I'm hearing loyalty, right? You can trust this person. This person will see you. You will see them. There's a significance, even in the other readings, about being seen, finally really being seen and acknowledged, right? And I'm hearing for your authenticity, right? Your true self. These two people are, you know, they seem to be naked, right? They can be vulnerable with one another, and it's okay, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. This union is going to be beautiful, and it's going to be what your heart has always desired. It is going to open your world to your heart's desire, right? Nine of Cups. Now I'm hearing it's going to be your greatest accomplishment, right? The fact that you are able to leave this legacy, the fact that you are moving this lineage, yeah, into such a beautiful space. And it came after, yeah, such trial and tribulation, right? Such darkness, a period of an alone time, right? Where everything was so loud. You couldn't hear dust and particles and trees and trash flying everywhere. Everything looked confusing and smoked and the, right? Wasn't that like creepy? Not creepy, but the noise was so intense. I couldn't think. I couldn't hear myself think. And that was little for somebody. It was in a period where sometimes you can't even hear yourself think. You didn't even know what to think, how to respond, how to react, right? But you elevated. You literally learn how to levitate, right? And again, is that beautiful at peace position, very much similar to that Seven of Wands we saw earlier, where she was unbothered, protected, right? You learned how to perfect it, right? It taught you, yeah. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Any last messages, Spirit? Any final messages you would like to leave us with? You know, it's almost like don't worry about those people who gaslit you, try to gaslight you. Anybody who is trying to catch revenge on you, and it's issues they got to deal with. It's their projection. You keep moving forward, right? Ace of Wands. Again, look, eyes closed, very unbothered, yet, you know, this flame is, and it's almost like I'm hearing this burning away these webs. This net that almost had maybe your perspective, right? And that's the illumination. That's a change. That's so beautiful, right? So maybe new ideas, new information, the growth you've been doing, the learning is what, you know, sparked this to burn away like these old cobwebs and allow for freshness and newness, right? Something about meditating, something about remaining peaceful, right? And all of these cards, right? There's a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection, right? Where'd it go? Right? Even in this wheel card, eyes closed, hands back, like in a praise-like motion. Look, light and dark, both, right? It's like learning this temperance dance, right? To balance them both out. The sun and the moon. I just say, you are the sun, you are the rain, and I'll do it all again and again. Whoa, whoa, that's Lionel Richie. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. He's sexy, right? But I like this King of Wands because, again, see, this is a healthy king to me because he knows he has this strength of the lion, nose itching, and that there's so much power and force in that. But he like, it's cool. You stay back there. You know I got you, and you got my back if I need you. But it's only when I'm, on a need to know basis or on a needed basis. I'm not sitting out here flexing it, using it to overpower or right. And that wand is being held up with that light erect. Yes, like, yeah, I'm built right and everything like that. But it's as a torch to light the way, not to, you know, just do my doing, right? Just do my business. Confirmation just birthed, right? No, but it's actually there, lit, ready to spark, you know, to give light, to shine bright like a diamond, right? Yeah. And look, 3 of Cups, celebration, right? And again, the stars, there was something about that legacy card, like I said, that 10 of Pentacles that that drew me to that, what I think is Kabbalistic. It has to something with the tree of life, right? Sephira and all of that. But it is almost, it's like, it's faded. That's the word I use. That's what I heard. It's faded. It's something in the sky. It's divine timing. We do have a lot of planetary activity going on in the sky coming in, began in 2024 and 2025. A lot of astrologers, I'm not an astrologer, indicated, look at it, a star healing again. Yeah, there's something cosmically aligning as I'm saying that about the planets and astrologically. If you don't know, I'm encouraging some of you to get more into astrology. There's some beautiful revelations you'll find. But there's a lot going on planetary that is pushing towards a spirit of, the age of Aquarius. Some are saying liberation, more of a feminine spirit, to help balance and temper out these years of masculinity, I guess. But yeah, there goes the fire truck. Interesting. Anything else, Spirit, that you would want us to? Yeah, they're saying just get some, maybe like some words of affirmation to close out. Again, I just got real slothful, like slow down, right? A lot of noise in the background. Interesting. But again, it's almost like the lady in the bubble. Like, remain unbothered. The alarms will be blaring. The wind, blowers. The noise is real, right? Life will life. Life be lifing, right? But just I'm hearing remain calm, right? And understand that that's a part of life. That is the ebb and flow of life. I'm hearing one more shuffle. Okay. 3. Let's see. That last minute. Just 3, mama. Please and thank you. Okay. So 2 flew out, and the first one is all about you. Right? Good grief. Don't take things personally. Right? Yeah, like don't take, this person's hate or the gaslighting or the noise in the street or the alarms blaring, right? Just understand that it's a part of life. It's not just that alarm, you didn't, that siren, you didn't just hear it. Maybe hundreds of people heard it. That leaf blower, those leaf blowers didn't just interrupt you or this reading or me or impact me or cause the noise in many people's. Like, it's not personal, right? Yeah, relax, woosah. Understand things are so much bigger than you. Focus on the legacy, things that are so much bigger. And don't allow these little minute things by getting all personal about it, to disrupt your peace. Remain zen-like in that bubble, right? And then that's another thing. If we're saying happiness is that other person's responsibility, you remaining in that bubble and staying protected is your responsibility. You call on whoever you need to call on. You create that level of protection for yourself on a daily basis if need be, right? Right before the reading, I lit my sage. I put on my little oil, right? Like, that's my responsibility so that I can remain where I need to remain, right? So that I can do what I need to do because it is bigger than me, right? It is about my legacy. It is about my children's children, right? The next one is inner peace is my bitch. Right? And the back says acceptance, better watch out. I'm coming for it next. Right, yeah, acceptance. Look at that. I'm coming for it next. Right? That's like Kevin Hart said, when he said, not making light of cancer. Please, all my condolences and with all respect to those who suffer from such a horrible disease that, takes loved ones from us. But in his joke, in his comedy stand-up, he said, his uncle said, tell cancer, I'm coming for it next, right? It's like, tell acceptance, I'm coming for you, right? Right now I'm hearing the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? To understand that there's just, again, life is life. And a lot of it is about your perspective and not just how you perceive things, but how people perceive you. And, it would behoove us, I'm hearing, to accept it and to move accordingly. Right? And one more, Spirit, please and thank you, to close out this beautiful message from you. One more. I was thinking about cutting out that leaf blower scene, but I'm hearing no, leave it in. Leave it all in. Again, it's life. Those who think it's too much will click off and it's not for them and they won't get this latter part of the reading. And that's okay because that first part up to that point was enough for those that had needed to hear those messages. give that shit up. There's better shit on the horizon. So again, maybe for you, some of you are in that Five of Cups. It was you in that Five of Cups, and it's saying, let it go. It's okay. And that comes from this spirit of thirstiness and desperation. Every time I acted thirsty, it was because I thought, well, if I don't hold on to this, or if I don't grab, this food when I need to, or this drink, or whatever it was, it's nothing else is coming. It's that lack mentality. Better is always available. I know that this world teaches us to think in that manner to a certain extent, and to fight one another to compete for these resources. I get it, but there is more than enough, right? Find your effing center. Life like a jelly donut full of peace. Yes, look at that. Again, very much emphasis on the Zen like remaining steadfast and calm, right? And slowing down like a sloth, like instead of all fast and desperate and out of place, and slow down, woosah, remain calm, find your inner peace, right? I'm seeing that hermit card again. Even in the midst of all that's going on, elevate that shit. Learn how to levitate, how to rise above it all, right? Use it to your advantage, right? Instead of it letting you get you all anxious and bent out of shape and all upset and angry and bitter and accept your life is your responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility. Your peace is your responsibility. And it's imperative that you find it not only for yourself, it's bigger. I'm hearing bigger by Beyonce, right? It's about your legacy, right? Take the pen and rewrite it, right? Don't let them tell you what it is. Yeah, and I think that's it, beloved. This message was so beautiful. Once again, I want to thank your guys, my ancestors, divinity, for such a beautiful message, for being so loving, so caring, so concerned about our well-being and the well-being of our future generations, to give us such insightful messages filled with hope, right, and love. My prayer is that it resonated with you on beautiful levels, right? That it did cause those spider webs or those other old belief systems to burn away and create new synapses in the brain, where it just was mind blowing, atomic shift, paradigm shifting type of energy that propels you to the next dimension, the next level, right? And with that, love you with all my heart. Again, energy is to be reciprocated, right? I have poured into you via this video. At minimum, return the energy with a like. If you like the way I read, subscribe. And if you think this can help someone else in your family, a friend, a family, a loved one, share the video. Ashe, amen, and amen. And until next time, beloved, be blessed. Stay high vibing.